Hi, I'm Lay and welcome to my beauty channel. Today I'm going to be doing a very colorful, fun artistry look. So we're going to be letting our artistic juices flow and just bleh right on my eyes. So you guys know I absolutely love colorful eyeshadows. Your girl is 100% addicted to colorful looks. Like, I just love them. I feel like, my face is my canvas and here is my artistry. So this is what I came up. Today I used the Morphe 24A Artist Pass palette. This was in collaboration with Sweetie. So when I saw that she came out with this plus the 3 lip glosses, I was like, yes, snatch it up real quick. So I went ahead and I did use her So Icy lip glosses along with this. I don't have anything else from the collaboration. I just have the eyeshadow palette and the lip gloss. So my thoughts on this palette. I'm gonna let you know right now, this palette, I don't want to say it's a necessity because, like, here's the thing, it has a lot of colorful eyeshadows, yes, but like, unless you like, there's no like color story here, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like it's the colors of the rainbow, so I mean that's a plus. And then you have like your neutral colors at the back and at the top. I have it turned over because of the mirror, but then you have these 4, I'm not really sure what they are. This one for me is like a putty, so I'm not really sure if that's how it's supposed to be, but it's not very pigmented. These 4 are not very pigmented. I did use a little bit of the star glitter just because, I mean, when you see this and you see the glitters with the stars, it's almost like,
I have to use that. I have to use that.
So of course, like, I use this, and then this is kind of like, it looks like, I guess maybe if you applied it with your finger it would work, but when I tried to apply it with a brush it just wasn't working, and the same with this. So if I had to give this a rating from 1 to 10, I would give it like an 8 because it's a fun palette and it has some really nice colors, but it's definitely not a palette that you like need. I'm a fan of Morphe and I'm a fan of Sweetie, so of course if you're a makeup collector like I am, then I highly suggest getting something like this because, I mean, when else are you going to see a palette that looks like this with these types of eyeshadows? And I really think that these center shadows are really unique. Apparently they're supposed to be highlighters, but they didn't really work as highlighters for me, and that's just me personally. I could have been using them wrong. So like I was saying, this like really pretty purple one is more like a putty in my opinion, and then the other 3, and then this is like a gel glitter. So it's a gel glitter with big stars in it. So I think you can like put the stars on your face, but I don't want to do that today. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Oh, and then it has this row of glitters. So I think these 5 are glitters, and then this one is a glitter as well. And it's, I mean, it's fun. Would I suggest it? Yeah. Is it like in my top 10, like you got to get this palette? No, it's not. It's a nice palette to have, and it's really pretty, and it's really festive. So especially like with quarantine and like this whole no festivals happening this year, this is my festival in a palette. So there you go. If you want to see how I got this fun look, let's just jump right into it. Okay, so to start this look off, I'm starting with a bare face, brows done, eyes primed. I'm going in with my Morphe 24A Artist Palette. As you all know, it has these really pretty vibrant colors at the bottom, glitter, all that great stuff. It has some neutral colors at the top, woo woo woo. So I'm prepping my eyes using a white base because I'm going to be doing a colorful look. So I like white bases so that my looks will pop, or the colors will pop. It just helps the colors not blend into like my brown skin or whatever. So the first shade I'm going in with is called Seek Shade. Again, this palette was supposed to be for like Coachella, like that's the whole theme. So a lot of these names are in reference to that. Anyways, I digressed. The next color I'm going to go in with, which I'm using to blend out the edges of the outer corner, is called Major Inspo. It's a really pretty grape purple. So if you do not have this palette and you have a color that's like a grape purple, you can recreate this look. And I'm just blending that on the corners and kind of bringing it upwards. This really helps to give me a more blown out look. I actually found this technique on Instagram. I can't remember the name of it was a couple of artists, so I'm not the creator of this. So on top of Major Inspo, I added a little bit of Max Volume, which is a hot pink, to blend out that purple. So it kind of transitioned from a darker purple to a grape purple to a lighter purple to the pink, because usually when you blend out purple, you get like a pinky shade, so to speak. Next, I'm using Ride or Sky, and I'm placing that in the middle, kind of bringing it towards the front, but I am leaving a little spot open for my next color. And with the blue, I'm kind of blending it into the purple using small circular motions. And then I'm taking my brush and lightly dusting the edges so that they kind of blow out, because I really didn't know what color to blend the blue out to. But later on, I am going to use a little bit of a green, and you'll see that in a minute. So here it is. I'm taking very lightly a little bit of green room, and I'm placing that on the edges of the blue to kind of blend that out. And then I'm trying my best to almost like scratch the edges so that they connect well with the purple and the pink. Right? Okay, so I'm going back and forth with that until I get a look that I'm happy with. Now I'm taking more of the green room, and I'm going to make this my next transition shade. So I'm patting that on top of Seek Shade, and then I'm just going to blend that out very lightly towards the edges. I do take a little teeny tiny bit of Under the Sun, and then I place that on top, just kind of blending that green out. You don't really even see much of it, so I am going to use more of it a little later. Sorry, husband's phone. So now I'm going to cut the crease, and I was listening to music and feeling myself. So right here, I'm just cutting the crease using that same base, and I'm trying to place a pretty decent amount there because I do want it to get rid. I did want to get rid of a lot of the blending shades. So the shade that I'm going on top with is called All Access. It's a white pearlescent eyeshadow, so it really helps to give you a little bit of a shift on the lid. And then I'm going to take my fluffy brush once I have finished patting that in, and I'm going to blend more of Major Inspo on the outer corner. This is just going to help create a smooth transition from the outer corner to the inner corner, and I just absolutely love that. Now I'm creating a wing using my Essence, which actually this has been one of my favorite black eyeliners. This is by Essence, and it's their Mega Matte Eyeliner. I think that's what it's called, but it's the matte black one. For lashes, I'm going in with XOXO Artistry lashes. This is in the style Icon. These are actually one of my favorite dramatic lashes, so if I really want drama, I will definitely go for Icon. And with a look like this, I mean, you have to do drama. Meet Callie. This is my daughter. She is 3 years old, and she has a head full of curls. She is always in the background, and you can see her right now, right there. She's always with me. So in the inner corner, I'm taking Under the Sun, and I'm just placing that, like I said, in the inner corner, and then kind of blending it up to the green. Now I'm taking the shade Spotlight Stealer, which of course you have to use this glitter your first time using it. It's very big, it's very chunky, and it's for specific spots. You cannot do this all over the lid. Trust me, I tried, and it was very painful. So I'm just placing this on the outer part of the blend that I used for the outer corner, and I should be good to go. So that should complete the eyes. Now moving on to face, I'm using the Too Faced Hangover Primer. This is a ride or die for me. I absolutely love this. This is constantly being repurchased because it is that good. Perfect for summertime if you want to stay nice and hydrated. If your skin is super dry, it will produce more oils. So yeah, try that out. And yes, I have a pimple on my forehead that refuses to leave. Now for foundation, I'm going in with a full coverage foundation. This is Huda Beauty's Full Filter Foundation. I will have shade names and references down in the description box. And I'm using a Morphe G6 brush. It's from their Gunmetal collection to blend that out. And then I'm taking my Sonia Kashuk beauty sponge. I try not to say beauty blender, but I'm using my Sonia Kashuk beauty sponge to push it in because it is such a full coverage foundation. For concealer, I'm going in with my Too Faced Born This Way concealer along with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I'm using the shade Ginger in the NARS Radiant just to highlight. And then to conceal, I'm using the Born This Way by Too Faced in the shade Butterscotch. I find that when I add these two together, it gives me a perfect combination of coverage and highlight. Look at that blend. Yes. So next I'm going in with my Fenty Beauty Matte Matchstick in the shade Truffle, which is the only shade that I use, and this is actually one of my favorites. And then I am just going to conceal, kind of create my contour using this. If you want, you don't have to use any powder contour after doing this. As you can see, it creates a nice shadow on the face and it blends in and kind of looks a little more natural than if you were to use like a powder concealer. And I also like to use the cream concealer, the cream contour to contour my nose. To set everything, I'm using the Huda Beauty, this is the Banana Bread powder. Well, that's the shade. It's their Easy Bake powder in Banana Bread. To set the rest of my face, I'm using MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in Give Me Sun. And I'm just lightly patting that on my face because my foundation is already, you know, super full coverage. For bronzer, I'm going in with this Too Faced, I think it was called the Soulmate collection. I'm not sure if they still have it, but I used Ross and Rachel. And then for blush, I'm using my Essence Beauty Blush Up. And I believe this is called like something Heat Up the Light. Again, it will be down in the description if I cannot remember the name. And I do like to add a little bit to my nose. So I'm tight lining my lower lash line using my ColourPop Swerve liner. And I did add a little peak to the front just to give it more dimension. And then I'm going in with that purple on my lower lash line and a little bit of the blue, and I'm going to mix that into the yellow instead of adding green. For highlight, I'm going in with the Nicole Guerriero and Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I'm using the shade GloGetter. It's the one in the center at the bottom, and I'm just using that to highlight because the one in the 24A palette just wasn't intense enough. So now I'm going to cover my lower lashes with mascara and set the rest of my face using my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, the original. I like this way better than any of the other ones that they have. The other ones are nice, but this one, yeah. For lips, I'm using my ColourPop lip liner in BFF3, and then I'm going in with Stockholm's. This is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. I believe it's Stockholm's. The name will be in the description box again. And look, you can see one of the stars fell on my eyelashes, which was a blower. So for gloss, I'm going in with Boss Tycoon. This is in collaboration with Saweetie. And then, yeah, that literally completes this look. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe to my channel, and until next time, stay blessed.